Good morning everyone. Welcome to another week of Forex trading, Forex daily analysis. So just want to touch on last week. Unfortunately, I was only able to push out 2 videos last week, and that was due to me having a busy week. I wasn't really able to make more content or do some more analysis, but nevertheless, we're back again. What actually happened last week played out very according to plan. So if you look, I spoke about it. We had this push up, we had the initial break, we had another correction at this point, and as I mentioned, price just shot up, and we are now looking like we are heading to retest this previous zone. What might happen here, we're unsure for now. It might break past, retest, carry on, it might break below, and then we're in a trading range. But it's all going to depend on what the dollar does. If you look at the dollar, very nice clean setup. From last week I spoke about this head and shoulder formation. Price break below, gave a lower time frame correction of previous key structure, and basically it is just shot nicely to the downside. We are past this key structure right here, and we still have a little bit of zone before price reaches this ultimate turning point. Very possible that price could give some sort of lower time frame correction before shooting to the downside. And if that happens, then Euro USD, we can look for more play to the upside, and GU potentially more play to the upside. Although GU, if you look at GU, it's more kind of I won't say exhausted, because there is still some potential play to the upside, but if you look at the larger time frame, it's more of an uptrend. And if you can see that previously at these points we had a higher high. So if this is the point for the third higher high, very possible that we could look for shorts in the next week upcoming, possibly a head and shoulder formation to give the sign. But for now, there might be a little more play to the upside, although I wouldn't really be interested because it's very close to previous key structure. Let's go for GJ. So GJ, we previously had a potentially inverse head and shoulder formation, and price just kind of refused to go down. If you can see, we had a break of this previous uptrend or ascending channel, and it just never really got past this key structure confirm breakout. Got through, came up, came again, got through, and then it just bounced off that key structure and now pushed to the upside. So for GJ, not really clear sentiment. We'll wait for Monday to complete to give us some sort of further outlook on this pair. UJ, previously we also had kind of figured out that this would go to the downside, although the way that it went, it was very sluggish. I would have liked to see more of a impulse instead of a corrective motion to the downside. But outlook for today, prices previously at key structure, because we approached the level in a corrective manner, we could see a potential bounce to the upside. Although it's not yet confirmed, but if you look at this looks more like a potential inverse head and shoulder pattern. What I mean by that, if you look at this, we could get 2 bounces here to form the next shoulder, giving us an inverse head and shoulder pattern, and price also at previous key structure where it bounced off from. Although it might take some time for the price to basically form this head and shoulder, because it's a very inverse head and shoulder, because on a very large time frame, so we could get a lot of bounces at this point to form the neckline, meaning price could actually just consolidate and then continue to the upside, although it looks to be potential inverse head and shoulder. Gold, very interesting what's happening with gold. So let's just clear up some stuff so we can have a better view. Okay, so the price basically reached the all-time high, right? And now we have a sort of bullish descending channel. That bullish descending channel can also be looked at as a downtrend. It just depends on the bias, but from previous we had a impulse to the upside. Now we have a bullish descending channel, and we have two touches, so very possible that price can try and come down, make the third touch before retesting all-time highs. It's also very possible that price could just break outside of the zone and then test this first high and then test the all-time high and then see what happens. So the outlook for gold this week, if we were to be looking at it from more of a bias outlook in terms of what other people would say, we'll just wait for the break of this channel to give us some sort of retested key structure and go for a short position. I wouldn't really be interested in a long position because the risk to reward is not so high there.